It's the most disappointing sequel since New Star Wars. It was so bad, I almost stopped reading about a third of the way through, talking about the major botch job that is the follow-up to Mona Awad's Bunny, and much, much more. It's all coming right up. Woo, it's that time again. We're talking lit. Rex Reindeer here with you, making reading fun again. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Gonna get right into it today. If you watched my review on Clown in a Cornfield 2, then you know that I mentioned the book we're about to talk about today. If you missed that review, go and watch that right now, because that is an example of a sequel done right. Adam Caesar, he gave us a banger with Clown in a Cornfield 2. This sequel, though, the one we're talking about today, it's a massive fumble. I hate to say it. It is a massive fumble. It is so profoundly disappointing that I struggled to finish this thing. I really did. It's that bad. The book is We Love You, Bunny. Mona Awad writes, Scribner publishes, and I'll be real with you. I'm mad about this. I really am. I had such high hopes for this sequel, but this feels like a rug pull. It really does. We expected a hot sequel. We expected a fire banger type of sequel, and we got this. It's awful. It really is. And you might think that I'm tripping. You might say, hey, Rex, you're out of control here. No. If you never read the first one, you might miss what I'm talking about here. So let me paint you a picture so you know where I'm coming from. Back in 2019, we got blessed. The literary world got blessed with a sleeper hit. This one came out of left field. It was from an author who had only dropped one book prior to this. This was actually her second outing here, and her first literary attempt at horror. And holy shit, everyone started talking about it. And for very, very good reason. It was good. It was really, really good. The book was Bunny by Mona Awad. And you read the dust jacket on this thing, and you think it's just mean girls with some slasher tropes thrown in here and there. Now, that actually does sound awesome to me. I would have been happy with just that. But Bunny, it goes in a very unexpected direction here. There's a surreal twist in there, and that really cranks the flavor up to 11. And I'll go on record again about this. I love Bunny. I really do. I love it because it takes one big calculated risk, and it does that in a very, very artful fashion. And then it builds everything on top of the assumption that the risk is going to pay off. And it does pay off. It pays off in a big way. It works because everything else works with it. You have this creepy, suffocating, ominous, New England high society kind of setting. Now, that's its own kind of psychological horror. I mean, if you've ever done Dinner with the Rich People, you know what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about rich Long Island, New York types. They've got estates, they've got family offices, they do summers in Spain, all that stuff. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Mona Awad, she knows. And she nailed the setting here. And she also inserts the lead girl in there to gut it out. This is Samantha. Now, I might spoil Bunny here, so click off this if you haven't read Bunny 1 yet. Samantha, she's a college girl. She's at this unwelcoming kind of Ivy League type school. And she's a bit of an outcast. And that's why I think we can identify with her. She's doing a writing program. She's got no real friends except for maybe one other girl and this one orbiter kind of dude. She's very much a loner here until she starts getting groomed by 4 popular girls. And that's as juicy as it sounds. It really is, because I think we've all been there. Most people here can relate. We've all talked shit about the in crowd, right? But the thing is, how would you feel if the in crowd suddenly took interest in you. See, that's what happens to Samantha. And Mona, she works this in a way that feels very grounded here. It's very grounded, and it works perfectly because there are some ulterior motives in play here. And the girl ends up discovering why these popular chicks are fronting like they're perfect, even though they all seem just a little bit off, unusual, like they're hiding something. And that dirty secret that they're hiding, it's this wonderful mixture of bodily horror and also a dash of fantasy magic in there. It's so fresh. It is fresh, and it's wrapped in layers of Mean Girls drama and, this brooding, oppressive little New England style world. Now, the college angle, it feels authentic. The interpersonal stuff in that college angle feels authentic. This is how it would go down if it were real. And that's high praise. I don't say that lightly because I am a stickler for real sounding dialogue. That's why Bunny is so good. The premise, it's so spectacular that Mona had to write the tightest possible dialogue in order to sell this thing. And she does. She sells it. It's great. Right up to that finish. The nail-biting finish where the perfect chicks, they get fucked up by their own creation. It's delicious. That is Bunny 1. Now, I said that Bunny 1 takes a big risk, and it builds off that risk. With the sequel, with Bunny 2, it seems like Mona realized that she took a risk and it paid off. So here she takes 3 big risks. Very bold here, very ambitious. But here's the thing. Miss Mona, she bit off more than she could chew with this thing. She did too much. And she also failed to follow one of the biggest maxims in magic. And that's never show the same trick twice. So this sequel right here, Bunny 2, it has 3 strikes working against it. Strike 1, it tries to be a sequel and a prequel. This is a frame story. It's a frame story, and it's told from the perspective of the 4 bunny cult girl boss type villains in the present moment. But then it goes back in time. It goes back in time to fill in the blanks of Bunny 1. So basically, these bitches, they kidnap Samantha, and they're pretty much forcing her to sit through a bunch of exposition. They want to tell Samantha why she's wrong. And this might sound compelling, but it ends up feeling really hokey. I mean, these girls, they were never the monologuing type. And why would they care this much about what Samantha thinks? It doesn't track. So the foundation of this whole house, it's faulty. It's faulty from the jump, and that's why the book is fucked up from the start. I mean, it really is. Strike 2 is that Mona retcons some of the high points from the first book. I absolutely hated this, and I got to talk about it because I had all these characters built up in my mind. And now I get told that even their names are wrong. All that continuity, all that world building gone, done, poof. Bad deal. Very, very bad deal. And again, this is a risk. It's a risk that Mona took. She tried to switch it up. But doing it like this, it really feels cheap. It does. I mean, there are so many other ways that she could have given us insight into this bunny cult. And I'm surprised that she took this route because it goes to a really lame place. And speaking of lame, Strike 3. Strike 3 is the new character, the Proto Bunny. See, these girls, they make this creation, or they talk about how they made it because this thing's a frame story. He's the first of his kind. He's supposed to be a combination of Frankenstein and Mr. Right. And part of his experience is narrated by him as another type of frame story. Now, this is not a new approach here to fiction. It's been done before. It really has. Telling the story from the monster's perspective here, it's been done before. And it's been done well. But here, it really fails. It falls flat on its face because the proto-bunny, he writes and is written as if he's a complete airhead who's dumber than a box of rocks. I mean, this could have been so much cooler. Really, so much more engrossing. But Mona throws all of that away to make this guy as kitschy as possible. And I get it. The goal here, it was to make him endearing. But you can't care about this thing. You really can't when he's narrating like some moron on Twitter. There's emojis in this book. It's corny. It is so corny. And that's virtually half the book right there. This is why I almost quit reading it. I was genuinely insulted by this. I was. I hate to say it, but I felt like Mona was wasting my time with some intentionally bad writing. And on some level, I did want to see what this proto-bunny would do. So that's what kept me reading. But nothing that he does, it's cool enough to bring the book back. I mean, really, he kills some people. There's some murders. He tries to have some deep epiphanies. He meets some of the characters from Bunny 1. Basically, he gets shoehorned into the old narrative. And that's an okay idea on its own. But the execution here, it is so sloppy. And it sucks all the magic out of the first book. So not only is this a missed opportunity, but it jacks up all the cool nuances that you thought you knew about the characters from the first book. And that's 3 strikes right there. Maybe even 4, I don't know. But bottom line, Bunny 2, it's out. It is out. So let's go ahead and rate this thing. Rating scale on the program is trash, dope, okay, and peak. We love you, Bunny. Mona Awad, Scribner. This is trash. Woo! It is a trash sequel. I'm calling it like I see it. It's a trash sequel. And I'm going to say this. Mona, she needs to do a Bunny 3. But I want to see her do it the right way. I want to see this done the right way because the redemption arc is still possible. And I want to see that redemption arc here. If you love the first one, skip Bunny 2. Just straight up skip it. It is not worth your time. And if you just want a standalone scary horror novel to read, there are way better books out there, I promise you. And speaking of better books, comments are open right now. Go talk about it. Chat them up down there. And keep in mind, I don't get paid a dime for these reviews. Not a dime. I don't do it for money. I just do it for the love of the game and for the love of lit. So if you love lit too, maybe subscribe because I want to keep you reading all the good stuff out there and keep your pipeline padded with the hottest books on the shelves, making reading fun again. Much more to come, but for now, I got to get out of here. Rex Reindeer signing out. We will see you next time. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.